to Team Kopish, Kelmet and Drift, as always, the legends, three amigos, and to everyone, the community, blessed up. It's the day doesn't feel. How do I say this? It's not brighten up my morning, no pun, but 2-2 draw against the Seagulls. Speaking of which, after the back end of a 2-1 loss against Spurs, not gonna lie, it feels deflated because it was the night last night. I watched the game, and all I have to say is the setup was. I don't think I agree with the setup. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, we could have a better formation in terms of structure, the way our positioning. It was a split in between who should start, whether it's Gravenberch, Elliott, or even Endo. There's even that Joe Gomez and TAA, our vice captain. But I'm just gonna talk about football. Verge passed to Mac 10 and then got dispossessed that first goal. That itself, that was the concern. That was one of the talking point of the game. We did lead 2-1, but they got back, and I don't know. It's This is a game where, because of our nature and because of our opposition's nature, that it tells everything with the result. The 2-2 draw could have gone 3-2, could have gone that João Pedro could have scored the winner. Gravenberch could have that chance and bury it, but it's just so unfortunate. And we have international break. Obviously, right now I'm still feeling downbeat, but like most of the fan base, we'll see in terms of whether this is a 2 points drop or 1 point gain. CT loss, but I'm not gonna talk about other teams. As of now, it's still 7 games in. We'll see how it goes. But that's just my feelings and review in summary. Big up to everyone. It's been a while. I haven't put up a review. It's been a while, but let's hope up the Reds. But yeah, big up to everyone. The three amigos, as I've mentioned. Love as always. Like if you haven't, share and subscribe. Share among the peers and subscribe if you haven't. Take care.
Yes, boy. Ugh. What's good? What's good? Back on this video flex with little man. Yeah. But anyway, the crux of the game. Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. Well, what can we say? Were you happy with that? Nah, you see, he ain't happy with that. He ain't happy with the team. To be honest, for me, that's 3 drop points still. You know what I mean? If I'm honest, the draw was a fair result, but it's just frustrating, man, because it's not there. But we just could have sealed the game, and then, but Brian could have said, João Pedro at the end, they could have nicked the game, but the draw was a fair result. First half, very sloppy for the majority until we got the goal. Just defense, just a bit, and then Alisson, Van Dijk, and McAllister, just 3 basic mistakes and bang, goal. Positioning from Alisson, VVD the ball, and McAllister not reading the situation, you know what I mean? And we've all said the obvious, McAllister can do them, but we just need a proper DM, and that's always going to cost us this season. It's just kind of stupid, because against good teams, and Brighton exposed us quite a lot when moving the ball, we're gonna struggle. We can't rely on our goals all the time, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was that. It started shaky, but great move. Yeah, Sobo, Diaz, Sobo, Diaz, Elliott, left it, clever player Elliott for Salah that was the best move of the play, goal. And then obviously the penalty, which again bumped off, gross, red card, simple red card, you know what I mean? But Yeah, man. Again, they just allowed them to play the game and Salah dispatched the penalty 2-1. Now, if anything, I thought we were going to win the game. And then, obviously, the second half, bit nick and tuck, we've done all right. You can see the third goal, Diaz should have scored. And then, great play on the left. And then Gravenberch was unlucky. He really should have put that ball away. And at 3-1, no coming back. But then the second Brighton goal, oh my Lord, have mercy. Was it Gross or March whipped that ball in? Robbo, what are you doing, Virgin? You let the ball go for you the ball watching, and then 2-2. And then again, little few mini chances with few mini chances here and there. Just a clap. It always got to our attack wasn't clicking that well. Nunes needed a bit more from him. His all round play was good, but I needed him to get on the end of certain things, you know what I mean? So yeah, and then obviously Joe Pedro chance, but I felt the midfield were just too sloppy. I mean, I feel a bit sorry. Elliott's getting a lot of stick, but I thought he should have stayed on. If I'm honest, I thought either McAllister or Sobo should have came off. But it's not the end of the world. We didn't lose, but it's a game that we should be winning, and we had a chance to win it. So I'm a bit disappointed, a bit half glass empty thing. You know what I mean? Gravenberch, once he gets to the pace of the game, you can see he's gonna be a baller. You get me? He's gonna be running things in that midfield, but certain things you have to adapt to. But yeah, man, and let me touch on Robbo and Gomez. Actually, funny enough, Robbo he got done a little bit, but I think some of our fans are just reactionary. But at the same time, he done well on the wing against was it Agona? I forgot the wing on the right or whatever. And then Gomez, when he came on, yes, I can admit, I'm a big Joey fan. But yeah, he was sloppy and he did get turned once or twice. But there was the time when the Tom was tacking, and then he came in and he robbed the ball off of him and he started to play. And then he fixed up after the first 10 minutes. But our fans seemingly forget about that. And especially you, Cal and Matt. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, brother. I'm coming for you, suckers. Yeah? But anyway, that'll be on the call in. So yeah, we move an international break and then on to the next home game. I mean, so it really, our season defines on the little things. It depends in January who we buy if we really want to challenge, but I don't think we're going to get there. And the weekend just got annoying when Tottenham winning, Man United winning, and Arsenal beating City. Not that I care, but yeah, just we move. It's Brighton 2, Liverpool 2, and yeah, this little man. See what you do to the club, man. You're upsetting this poor man. I'm out. You gonna say bye? Say bye. Oh, he's sleeping. All right, I'm out.
Good afternoon to the Kopish community and the Three Musketeers, aka Matt, Callum, and of course Drifty. How you doing? What do I say? You may say, let's start from the beginning. That's probably a good place to start. Okay. Brighton 2, Liverpool Football Club 2. Answer me this question, guys. Why, in God's name, are we continuously giving away goals every time we play a game? Pretty most of these games that we've played this season, we've always been 1-0 down. And we've had to crawl back that deficit. Luckily for us this time round, we got 2 goals before half time. Which for me, I thought, we just need to hang on to this. We need to hang on to this. But I wasn't confident. The midfield this time just didn't seem to gel as what I've seen it now. Jones is coming to play and I think he's done really well and maybe we missed him today. I've seen in a couple of articles around how they sort of see Jones as like a Ronaldo-esque type player. Poor Maka. De Zerbi must have actually saw him play today and thought to himself, why are they out Liverpool are playing him as a DM? And then obviously you've got young Elliot, who, to be fair, did try, but got taken off at half time, and rightly so, because I don't think he was doing much really. In fact, he wasn't doing anything, let's be honest. So because of that, I did feel as if that was going to be an issue. They look tired, they look lethargic today. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, you can argue they played in the week Europa League, but actually, hello, so did Brighton. And I think it's that sort of conversation that we have, isn't it, around the players fitting a system. It doesn't necessarily have to be some well-known, well-established marquee name, but it's played for the team, you know, and I think Brighton epitomised that today. We looked a bit more lively, I think, when Gravenberch come on. It's a shame that he missed his chance, but we all miss chances, unfortunately. You know, when you look at the season so far, how many missed chances have been in the Premier League, which have been pretty much set on goals. You know, you could put your mortgage on them. And to be fair, Pedro for them missed a good chance as well. So I'm not going to argue about that so much. The guy was in the right place. It's just a shame we didn't put it away. Let's talk about our DM. Let's talk about Wataru Endo. Let's talk about Klopp. Let's have a conversation about why my man ain't putting him in. You bought this guy. I saw on the video when you met him in the AXA training centre, and you were like, we really need you. Well, if we need this guy so badly, why aren't you playing him? What this does, it actually highlights McAllister's part of his play, unfortunately, where it basically gives us the indication of what his strong points are, but also what his weaknesses are. He's not a sprinter. He's not physical. He's not strong in the tackle. And I think if you're going to have somebody that's that guy, my man has to be robust as hell. And if he ain't robust, then get somebody who is and play alongside. And I think that's where we fell down today, guys. When you think of up top, people have been slating Diaz. I don't know what sort of game when I watch. For me, there were times when he was in and out. But even though Salah scored 2 goals, I'd argue today that Diaz played better than Salah, to be fair. And obviously Nunes. The guy he puts all it in, doesn't he? He just puts the work in. And quite rightly, you know, what's been gone unnoticed is the fact that his assists and his layoffs and those sorts of things and develop, and it's going to continue to develop, which is great because that'll be good for him and it'll be good for us. So, guys, Drifty was saying about people doing these viewers reviews. Let's try and put them in, kid. Please. This is the opportunity for everybody to share how they feel about the game, the tactics, the players, and the manager. Let's keep it up, guys. Most importantly, let's smash the like button. Let's share. Put on a comments on this thing. And subscribe. Sunday afternoon. Brighton over Albion 2, Liverpool 2. The time is now 5:05. You just don't feel good, do you? When we don't win. It's worse when we lose. And to be fair, That was one of the reasons why I didn't reviews with you last week, because there's no chance in hell I was going to be doing one again when we played Tottenham. You guys would have been banned off YouTube for life. Trust me. Anyway, people, Megan.
Big up Kopish family. So yeah, not the best sort of game or the result that we've had against Brighton. Not just for the last game, but for quite a few of the recent games we faced them. So we ended up drawing 2-2. We went a goal down, then Mo Salah got 2 goals, and Brighton equalized in the second half. And regarding the game, I just think that we could have done a lot better, guys. We could have done a lot better. But then again, I think to myself that why have we been struggling lately with Brighton as a team? You know, they play really good, attractive football. They are very technical players. No matter how many players from Brighton they leave, you know, the star players, you know, they just somehow gel along. It almost feels like the gaps get replaced with ease. So that's something good about Brighton. They have been doing exceptionally well, I feel, for the past 2-3 years. And they've been giving us a tough time every time we play them. Hey, on the positive side, it's not like we lost the game. It is, we could have easily won this game. We could have had 2-goal lead, but, you know, we missed a few chances here and there. But the positives from the game will be, again, I think Darwin Núñez, for me, he has been stepping up, and he's been doing quite well. But then sometimes I think to myself, you know what Darwin Núñez lacks, that is what Mo Salah does well, by converting, you know, chances into goals. Now, it's almost like the two of them, how can we have them combine into one? But yeah, it's like Salah will have an off day, but then he'll have the goals, right, or the assist, and then Núñez, he'll do the overall play well, but then yeah, the end result, like the goals or assist, you know. Anyway, look, it's still a you know, a good start for us. We are 7 games in, and we've got good enough points. And now we go into this international break, so it's okay. If this is what someone would have given me before the games began, I would be happy with it. Obviously, the last result against Spurs, it has a bit of like, you know, the aftertaste is not good, and hence why, you know, the Brighton draw feels like a loss or whatnot. But look, we just have to keep marching. We just have to move forward and trust in the team, trust in the manager, and this is the way, guys. This is the way. See ya.
Yo, Kopish community, welcome back to another Views Review. Liverpool have just drawn 2-2 away to Brighton. Now, I'm quite deflated, but I'm not that annoyed by the result. If you actually look at the whole context of the game, I think draw is a fair result based on how the game went. I think both teams, they ebbed and flowed. I think Brighton started off well, then Liverpool hit them, just turned the pace up a little bit and hit them really well, scored 2 quick goals, and then second half, I think they started off a little bit better with a massive chance, and then we started to control the game a bit better. We started dominating the possession, and then the game ebbed and flowed again. They equalised, and again, Liverpool went on to kind of dominate the game before the final whistle. But one thing I want to highlight, I've been banging on this clean sheet drum for basically since the Newcastle game. Now, for me, if I take away the Flecker goal for Lask and I take away the Bowen goal, if we look at the goals that we can see, they are absolutely pants. For the first goal, why is McAllister not switched on? Like, it's not like... Okay, here's the thing. If we'd signed McAllister from, I don't know, let's say Villarreal or Bayer Leverkusen, I could understand that. You played in this team. You played for De Zerbi, albeit for a short period of time. You should already know how this team, how some of your former colleagues are gonna play like. You are surrounded by 3 people The ball's getting fed to your feet. Why don't you step to the ball? Why you stood there waiting for the ball to come to you? That's an amateur mistake. And then the second goal for a corner, a free kick. Robertson doesn't even attempt to attack the ball. Like, he just lets the ball go past him, and he's just like, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you. He just doesn't try and attack the ball, and we concede another rubbish goal. And going forward, like, it's concerning for me because it's like, why aren't players switched on? Like, you're playing for 90, your job is 90 minutes once or twice a week. You just need to be switched on for 90 minutes. Like, okay, there's injury time as well, but just forget that for a second. Switch on for 90 minutes. Why? Like, it's happened so often this season, and it's been several. If the worst thing for me is, it's not the fact that if it was one or two players, like, okay, it's frustrating, but I could understand it because you can just simple solution, drop those two players, one or two players, drop them, because they're now causing us problems. But it's like it's almost everybody. Everybody's making these really silly errors, like poor decision making. And the other thing as well, what concerned me as well about this game is the fact that we look so leggy. Why did our players look like they were running in cement? Like, genuinely, they looked like they had no pace, no energy when we started the game. Up until we scored, we didn't really, our build-up play was really bad. Like, we didn't move the ball around quickly at all. Is this like a tactic or something? Like, I don't get it. Is this like a tactic where Liverpool choose to play possum and then come alive when the opposition team is like, lulled into a false sense of security? Like, I don't get it. Like, why can't we start there was this Liverpool team have been known to start like this manager, has been known to like fly out the blocks and just go at teams. But we just start so slowly, and it's especially away from home. Like, for the most part, we just really laboured, and we're just taking too many touches. No one's making any movement, and then we kind of come alive, and it's like, why couldn't we have done that from the first whistle? Why is it taken like 35, 40, 45 minutes for us to kick into gear? I don't get that, man. And I think Drift said it best. I had the watch along as well in the background while I was watching the game. He said, we're not in the title race anymore. You can't win a title in August. You can't win a title in September, October, November, etc. But you can lose one. And we're not in the title race anymore. We're not. We're simply not in the title race anymore. We've dropped 5 points. And to be honest with you, and this kind of comes across disrespectful to Brighton, but I was worried about this game because do you know what it is? Brighton have almost got a bit of a hoodoo over us now. Like, we actually, regardless of if we win or lose, like, we haven't beaten Brighton at home since 2019-20. So I think we played them in that season. I think we played them at home before the turn of the year. So we played them in 2000. So it was 2019, right? Like October or November when Ali got sent off. We haven't beaten them at home since then. Like, and you look at last year, how we got absolutely bopped off the park. 3 games. Okay, we took a point, but we got absolutely bopped off the park in 3 games against them last year. 2 different managers, I think. I think it's 2 different managers. It might not have been. I can't remember now. But it was not a great game for us to try and bounce back in the Premier League for. It is what it is. I think I can't stand international break, but when I'm looking at it now, like, Liverpool looked a bit thin as well in terms of squad depth. I think Klopp has kind of shown that he doesn't trust everybody. For me personally, I think Diaz was so bad today. Like, he did some good things, but throughout the 90 minutes, he was very poor today. He looked slow. His legs looked heavy. Even when he was running, he looked like he was trying really hard and getting nowhere. Like, I would have probably brought on Ben Doak. I just don't think Klopp trusted his whole bench that day and today even. And it didn't. I just think here that I've left the game and I just feel a little bit like concerned, kind of thing, So I'm guess the international break is good to just break things up a little bit. We're coming back and we're playing the Merseyside derby, so whoopee. So, and I don't know what we're gonna do, man, because games are gonna come in thick and fast now. Like, there's literally no breaks from now until the end of the season. If we want to win the Europa League, we're gonna play Thursdays for virtually the rest of the entirety of the season. So I think we need to really. Klopp really needs to get it into these guys. He needs to start using the rotation a bit more. He needs to rotate, and he has been rotating. But I'm just saying generally, he needs to rotate a bit more. He needs to trust his full squad, and that goes towards Endo. I'm not really Endo's biggest fan, but we need to start seeing more of him now because he's right now. It's like we've got no one in the squad when we've got Endo. So yeah. Very disappointed, but at the same time, I guess a draw is a fair result. As I said, remember people, like the video, comment, subscribe, send in your viewers' view. I'm out. Peace.